evening, and welcome to this performance and presentation of the Hillbilly Weddin. I know you're excited tonight. I just want to welcome you from Grace Christian School. Thanks for being here, supporting all the kids, supporting Mrs. Ramsey and the drama program. We're excited about this opportunity. We've just got a few announcements for you. Before we begin, just to remind you of a couple things. There's a reminder that if you need to use the restroom, they are down the stairs and in the church foyer area. They are available, but they would ask you to be quiet in the lobby as you go. We actually do have a wedding that they're rehearsing right next door and tomorrow night, so make sure you're quiet as you go through and try not to disturb what they're doing there. And then as you do exit, if you'll be quiet, that'll make sure we're not disturbing the show in here. You're welcome to take pictures this evening, but we do ask that you remember there are people behind you, and they're trying to see, so you don't want to block their view as you take those photos. If you do need to leave, please don't block the aisles, since the actors will be using all the areas in the room. If you're trying to get a good photo, don't think you can hang out in the aisle to do that. If you do have young children with you, and they do become irritated or irritable, please use one of the exits, go down to the lobby, and that would be great, so that others can hear the production tonight. Hopefully you have took a chance to get some photos. You are welcome to take those at the photo booth right at the back, whether you got them as you came in, or you can take those as you leave. And then one other thing, as you leave this evening, take glass bottles with you. That'll help the production cast as they clean up tonight and get ready for tomorrow. Again, thank you so much for being here. We're going to get started with a word of prayer. Father, we thank you so much for the opportunity to present this production this evening. Thank you for all the hard work that's gone into it. I do pray you bless the young people, calm their nerves, help them do their best. And we'll do all things for your glory. In Jesus' name, amen.
Time to move yet, Paul Belsnickel?
I ain't made my mind which way to move yet.
Paul Belsnickel?
Huh?
It's been morning.
Oh, it can't be.
There's a light coming through the window. Wouldn't be no light coming through the window if it wasn't no morning. You can see for yourself.
I ain't turned that way yet.
Ain't you moved yet, Paul?
Now you hush up, old woman. You can't hurry a game of checkers.
Well, that is what you said last night. Obi's ball think he fell into the river. Give me that. Now then, Obi Upflagger, you get home.
Oh, just when I decided to.
Get home, Obi.
You might offer him some victuals before he goes. It'd be a far walk to his cabin.
It be only 3 miles as the crow flies. They are our nearest neighbors. Get, Obi.
I'm getting. Well, reckon Ma starts missing right about now. Once a week she takes roll call. Make sure none of the kids are missing.
How many did you have at last count?
18. I don't know where the extra one came from.
I heard Mrs. Offendorf over the valley was missing one.
Well, maybe that's where it came from. If we find it, we'll send it over.
All right. Coming in, Obi. Just don't stay so long next time.
So long.
Hey!
What hit me?
You lazy youngins. It be 5:30 already. Y'all overslept.
I ain't sleeping on the end tonight. He was shoving me off the covers on that, Ma.
Well, you should have shoved back. Why are you scratching, Five? Are you sure you took that bath last spring like I told you to?
Oh, sure, I took a bath. Sally's the only one that wouldn't.
Of course it was Sally. Dirty girl. You sure you ain't got too close to Sally lately?
No, besides, I don't think she got bugs from me.
Time for breakfast. I milked the goat already. 4, get the lamp off the table. 5, bring in the soup. 6, bring in the bread. Jenny Lou, go get that bucket of milk off the porch. Sealy, Bonnie Mae, put those covers up. Go ahead, baby. Come on, girl. Got all day. Why are you all so cold? I deserve to be Stop. Get ready. Get set. Go. Say grace. Grace. Go. Here's your coffee, Paul.
Hey, Mom.
What?
You got any more coffee?
What?
She said, have you got any more coffee?
Not for you.
Hey, Mom, is there anything else to eat?
No, you done ate it all.
Man, this coffee is good.
Boy, wasn't that good.
Yep. There ain't nothing like a nice, quiet meal to start the day off right.
All you people think about is your stomachs.
Ever since the travel salesman gave you a sip on the newfangled lip rouge, you thought you was everything, don't you? I know she was eating like anyone else, Junie Lou.
Well, much you know how I feel for Bill Schnickel. I got a feller.
Since when?
It be true. Judy Lou, she's sweet on Homer Upschlager.
Odie's brother? Yup. Me and him is courting. That's silly stuff. How's your rattlesnakes this morning, Sealy?
Oh, they be swell. On her critters, though.
Look at that one. He's mad because the other one got most of the crumbs.
Junie Lou, do you think Homer will ask you to marry up with him?
Why, sure.
Are ya?
Get all you, clean off that table. Sealy, put the ugly critters away. Go feed the hogs. 6, you help her. Don't get too close to her. I don't want you scratching. Rest of you get to the kitchen. Be careful with the soup. There's enough left for dinner. Just scrape the leavings off the dishes. They ain't dirty enough to wash. We'll probably wash them tomorrow. Paul!
Huh? Has lightning struck the cabin again?
It ain't nothing like that. It be Junie Lou. She aims to marry up with Homer Upschlager.
Well, doesn't he aim to marry up with her?
Reckon?
Then it be settled. She's 16. That's plenty old enough to get hitched.
Paul, there's more to it than that. She's 16, sure, but Bonnie Mae and Sealy be older. Sealy, she's 19. She ain't hitched yet.
Reckon I didn't realize she was that old yet. Why, she's an old maid.
And if she don't get hitched soon, ain't nobody gonna want her. We would have her around here for the rest of our born days.
Oh, that'd be terrible. She's too unsanitary.
You gotta find husbands for Sealy and Bonnie Mae, Paul.
Well, I can't find a husband for neither one of them. It'd take years.
Paul, you've got to do it, and it cannot take years. Don't you see? We still got 4, 5, and 6 to think about. They will be of the marrying age soon. Gotta find husbands for Sealy and Bonnie Mae.
Say, Ma, why'd we name them 4, 5, and 6 anyhow?
Well, the school marm was boarding here then. She was teaching you to count. You only ever got as far as 6.
I recollect now.
All right, I'm sending Sealy in. You get a husband for her, understand?
I guess I understand.
Now!
You wanted me, Pa?
No. Well, I mean, I guess I did, yeah. Your ma says that you need to get hitched.
Hitched?
And I aim to see that you do.
What for?
Well, all young women's gotta get hitched at least once in their life. Now, who'd you like?
I ain't thunk about it yet.
Well, start thinking. We'll just wing him nice and easy.
Oh, Pa, I don't want no man with buckshot in him.
Why not? Once we pick it all out of him, he'll be good as new. Now, who'd you like?
All right. Well, there are only 6 fellers in these hills that ain't hitched yet. I don't like one more than another.
You know what? Then it be settled. We'll wing the first one we come to, okay?
Howdy, you see my brother, Obi?
but this'll save us the walking.
Well, ain't it kind of skinny, Pa?
You looking for a husband for Celie?
Yeah.
Well, Obie's much prettier than me, and Homer's fatter. I'm a lazy polecat too. I never work. She'd like Homer and Obie much better than me.
Well, Obie's sweet on Barney Mae, and Junie Lou and Homer are courting.
That leaves Chiz.
What's the matter, Chiz? Don't you want to marry up with me?
Yeah, don't you? Don't you?
Well, you're swell, only
Only what?
I'd rather be dead than married to
If
that.
that's the way you want it.
Oh, I'm too young to die. I was only fooling.
Oh, you lied to marry up with me? Just think, the 6 of us, one big happy family.
6?
Yep, me and you, my pet hog, and my 3 rattlesnakes. 6.
Get back, Celie.
Oh, don't spoil his looks, Pa. He's purty.
What are you aiming to do?
Oh, Barney Mae, you spoiled me.
Barney Mae, me and Chiz is getting hitched.
Chiz doesn't look too happy about it.
All I come for was to find Obie.
Me and him was playing checkers this morning. He'll be home by now.
Pa, put that gun away. You can't do things like that no more.
Who said?
These books I read says so.
I always knew them books was no good.
Celie, you don't really want a husband that has to be shot to marry up with you, do you?
I won't never get no other kind.
Sure you will. I'm sure there's some boy somewhere who'll think you're purty and want to marry you.
Well, he ain't showed up yet.
You don't really want Chiz Upschlager, do you?
Well, Chiz is the only one we've got. We ain't got nobody else. Now, where in tarnation did he go?
Probably got out while he could.
Confound it, Barney Mae! You let him get away!
Oh, Pa.
Barney Mae, me and your ma's been talking. She thinks it's time you get hitched as well.
Me? Hitched?
Yeah, every young girl's gotta get hitched at least once in their life.
But Pa, I don't want to get hitched. I don't love no one around here.
Oh, be sweet on you.
I ain't sweet on him.
Well, start thinking who you like. We'll just wing him nice and easy.
Pa, I don't want to get hitched. I just want to read.
Them books no good. They never find you a fella.
Books is wonderful things.
Oh, I hate that. Who in tarnation's knocking? Ain't nobody knocking these parts.
If it be strangers, don't let them come in and sit on my rattlesnakes. Wouldn't want them to be hurt.
The strangers?
No, the rattlesnakes.
Howdy.
Hello. Would you by any chance have a telephone?
Huh?
You know, it's a... Oh, Aunt Lucy, it's no use. These people have probably never heard of a telephone before.
Sure, I heard tell of them. Never seen one, though.
If they're coming in, let them in. If they ain't, close the door.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ronald Maxwell. And this is my aunt, Lucy Maxwell. We were touring through your delightful hills when suddenly our car started about 2 miles up that dirt road.
Oh, that horrid road. If only we had kept on the main highway.
It was your idea, Aunt Lucy.
Well, you're in a fix, mister. Howdy. My name's Pa Belschnickel, and these are my 2 girls, Barney, Mae, and Celie. Celie's the dirty one.
Well, do you have a telephone I could borrow?
Never heard tell of one, but I think there's one down there in Horsehair Junction.
Well, wonderful. Where's that?
30 miles as the crow flies.
Well, I'm not a crow. Do you know how to get there?
Never been that far in my life, but old John Kisselefter goes down there about once a month and brings back supplies for the rest of us.
Once a month.
Oh, Ronald, what are we going to do?
Pa, I heard he's going tomorrow. He's got a big old cart. You and your aunt can go along with him.
Well, that's wonderful, but what will we do until tomorrow?
They could stay here, couldn't they, Pa?
Well, I don't take much with city folk. Take too many baths, if you can ask me. Can't be healthy.
I wouldn't think of staying in this awful place.
Well, what alternative would you suggest, Aunt Lucy? Sleeping out with the mountain lions? We'll pay you well, sir.
Oh, no need. I don't turn nobody down that needed help. Come with me. We'll ask Ma. We'll get Ma to put some of that water in that sow's belly soup.
Sow's belly soup indeed.
I still say this was your idea, Aunt Lucy.
I did it for you, dear. One more year in medical school and you'll be a licensed physician.
You don't have to remind me. I have worked hard to be at the head of my class. Dr. Ron Maxwell.
Oh, that sounds wonderful, dear. But this idea you have for charity work and doctoring people who can't afford it, you'll never become successful that way.
There are different types of success, Aunt Lucy.
Only one that counts. That's why I wanted you to come on this trip. I wanted you to have your fill of poverty. Perhaps it's just as well this happened. Living with these people might make you see the light. Money is one of the most important things in life, Ronald. Let somebody else do the charity work.
When Mother and Father were killed in that car accident, their will left me financially independent for life, and you know it. I'm a good man for the clinics. Let the other men who aren't as wealthy go for the money.
But those nasty, smelly people, Ronald, you're one of the elite. You should stay with your own kind. I'm sure your dear dead parents would have agreed with me.
I'm sure they wouldn't have.
I knew them longer than you. They had confidence in my judgment. Otherwise, they wouldn't have appointed me to be your guardian.
You were their only living relative.
Ronald! I've always treated you as if you were my own son.
I'm sorry, Aunt Lucy. You've treated me wonderfully.
Oh, be really a doctor, mister.
Well, almost.
The only doctor I ever seen was all of me at Whiskers.
Well,
Of
there's
course, he died 3 winters ago.
there's a new doctor around here now, of course.
No,
So what do you do when you get sick?
you get well or you die.
Oh, why do you bother talking to her, Ronald? She looks as if she hasn't taken a bath in a month.
Oh, don't be silly. I ain't never took one.
Oh, dear.
I just got done talking to Ma. She says you can sleep on our bed next to the stove, and the young feller can sleep on that little patch of carpet right there beside me, and her sleep out here next to the young'uns.
I presume you've changed the bed sheets.
What sheets?
Oh, this is intolerable.
Well, I think it's fun. Sleeping on the floor will be a whole new experience for me.
Suppose we'll have to make the best of it at any rate. If you don't mind, I'd like to wash up a bit.
If you can stand it.
You have a bathroom.
Oh, there be a pump just outside.
Pour the applesauce out of the wash basin. The old lady wants to clean herself.
Oh, lady!
And take some of them towels out of the dog's bed in case she wants to dry herself too.
I think I'm going to faint.
Let's step outside, Aunt Lucy, and get some fresh air.
Here be the stuff, Pa.
Take it out there to the pump.
Oh, Pa, Bonnie Mae was right. I never could have stood Chiz up Schlager. That be the dude I want.
You want that dude?
I took a shine to him, Pa. He smells so purty.
Well, if that's the dude you want, that's the dude you'll get. Or my name ain't Joshua Horatio Belsnickel.
And that's the last trouble I want out of you two today. Ain't I got enough to do around here with these here strangers? Her as fussy as a lost polecat, and the cousins coming for a visit? I gotta get.
But Ma, you told us to get a husband for Celie.
Yeah.
Pa, I've told you, if Celie wants that dude, you gotta catch him fair and square. You just can't shoot a dude for a husband. Just ain't fashionable no more.
I don't see why not. It wouldn't have hurt him much.
Well, it might have been all right if you'd hit him the first time, but I don't want you trying again. Those city constables be up here in no time to take him away from you anyhow.
If and only Pa wouldn't have missed.
Twerk my fault. I got excited when that old lady dropped her glove in the lye soap. And it dissolved.
Well, maybe the live soap's a little strong, but if and you ask me, that glove couldn't have been made out of very good material anyway. Such going-ons, you two ought to be skinned for hurting 5.
Well, 'tweren't Pa's fault if I got in the way when he shot.
He should have been minding his P's and Q's. Took us half an hour to pick the buckshot out of 5. She will not be able to sit down for a week. No, I don't want no more shooting. I gotta get and fry a big old pan of hog brains for the cousins. They can eat a body out of house and home.
She's mad.
Oh, Pa, what are we gonna do now?
Well, I don't know.
I gotta get that dude, Pa.
Well,
I'd even give up my rattlesnakes for him. Well, of course, maybe I wouldn't have to. Maybe he'd like them too once he got to know them.
silly, there just ain't no way to make a fancy dude like him marry up with the likes of you. We gotta use the gun.
There must be a way, Pa.
Say, I wonder what you'd look like if you wasn't so dirty.
Oh, you don't mean it, Pa. You wouldn't make me take
Everybody's gotta take a bath at least once in their life, silly.
There must be another way. I could make a pie for him.
You can't take it out.
I can sew a pair of socks for him.
Oh, you can't sew neither.
I am the best hog caller in Cornford County.
That don't make no sense, silly. You gotta take a bath. You gotta brush your hair.
I never brushed my hair in my life.
And you're gonna put on a clean dress, too.
What is that for 3 months? No! Bad news! That's water!
What on earth was that?
Sounds like Pa's giving Celia a bath.
You mean she really hasn't taken a bath in years?
It's hard for you to believe folks live like that, ain't it?
A little bit. What's wrong, Bonnie Mae?
Nothing, Ronald.
Are you ashamed of your family?
Yes, I'm ashamed.
Well, they can't help that they're poor and have never been taught to live differently.
That ain't so. The school mom tried to teach them, only they won't listen. She even boarded here for a spell till she couldn't stand it no more. If there wasn't nothing else, they could at least be clean. That ain't asking too much.
Well, if you feel so strongly about it, why don't you leave the hills? You can move into a town where people are clean and at least make a pretense of civilization.
But you don't understand. I love the hills and the people. They're my people. I don't want to go away from them. I'd like to help them live better, so they'd be happier.
Well, that's the same way I feel about people, too.
But it's different with you. You're going to be a doctor. You can really help people. Me? What can I do?
You've got the most beautiful blue eyes
I do.
and the grandest smile.
I
I'm glad I was able to help your sister. What's her name? 5? Buckshot can be very painful. Funny how your father's gun went off in that direction. What are you reading there?
It's an arithmetic book.
This is my baby! Stop it!
How can you concentrate around here?
It is kind of noisy. I go down to the spring house down the hill. It's really pretty there. Lots of moss and ferns and little pink flowers and forget-me-nots.
Bonnie Mae, I'd like to...
You don't have to say anything. I understand.
I don't think you do understand. I'd like to go to your spring house and pick some forget-me-nots.
I don't know.
Please, Bonnie Mae.
Oh,
So you do have a dude living here.
news certainly travels fast.
Where'd you get them?
Is they gonna stay?
Get off! This is Ronald Maxwell, Obie and Shiz Upschlager. They live down the trail. Ronald's car broke down a mile or so up the road. He's going with Jod to Horsehair Junction tomorrow.
Well, I always wanted to be by a big city named Horsehair Junction.
Hey! Looky here!
What is it?
It's gotta be a gal. Nothing else wears dresses.
Then, who is it?
It be silly!
Can't be. It's clean.
Don't be shy.
Howdy.
Well, you certainly do look fine, Miss Seeley.
Oh, shucks.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Bonnie Mae here has promised to show me around the countryside. Good day, gentlemen. Seeley.
Did you hear him? Did you hear him? He said it. He called me fine.
Well, he sure was in an awful big hurry to run away from yous.
Say, maybe we could get Ma to bake a pie for him.
Yeah, that'd be swell. Yeah.
All men like pies.
All men like that.
Well, Was I dreaming, or did you just see what I seen?
I sure did.
Silly Belsnickel took a bath. And for a dude.
Shut your tater trap.
What's eating you, Obie?
Well, next thing you know, Barnum May will be falling for him too.
They was standing kind of close when they come in. You be sweet on Bonnie Mae, ain't you, Obie?
Yeah, Homer's mighty sweet on Junie Lou. Suppose she's got a hankering for that dude too.
Yeah, this ain't good. We gotta get rid of that dude.
How? Can't leave it on ours, say so.
If Bonnie Mae was to walk him up to the edge of a cliff, we could sneak up behind him.
Nah, you can't do nothing like that with them foreigners. Gotta do something to get rid of the critter in one piece.
That's harder.
Dude, you coward. Maybe we can scare him away.
There's haunted cabin down by Possum Creek.
Nah, dudes don't believe in ghosts.
Now, ain't that funny?
But they do know about them guns. They are afraid of them.
You said we shouldn't hurt the critter.
We don't have to hurt him. If there was feuding shooting whereabouts, he'd go quick enough.
I don't get it.
All right, yes, it's like this. It's like this. We can do something. Make Paul Belsnickel mad at us.
Uh-huh.
He'll start shooting.
Uh-huh.
He's a lazy varmint.
Uh-huh.
Once the shooting starts, the dude gets scared.
Uh-huh.
He'll run away.
Uh-huh.
And that'll be that.
Uh-huh. Well, how do you aim to start this here feud?
Well, that's easy. All you gotta do is make like you want to kiss Celie. That'll make her yell.
Celie wouldn't yell. She'd be too glad if a fella wanted to kiss her.
Kick her in the shins, last minute.
Well, I'll wait outside while you do it, Obie.
Hold on there. You're the one that's gotta do it.
Who, me?
Sure.
It was your idea. You should do it.
I know, but I've done all the thinking. Gotta be fair. I done the thinking, you gotta do it.
Well, Obie, I really don't
I'll
want
be
to.
right outside, Chiz.
But Obie,
So long.
Excuse me, ma'am. Aunt Lucy, I insist upon knowing why you called me in. Bonnie Mae was showing me around the place. It was interesting.
Yes, you seemed very interested.
Just because they're rude is no excuse to be, or just because they're poor is no excuse to be rude.
That Mr. Belsnickel and his gun will probably all be murdered in our beds tonight.
You're being far too dramatic. Anyone can have an accident with a shotgun.
Why was he carrying it in the first place?
I don't know. Perhaps he was shooting rats or something of the sort. Look, it's back in its place now.
But Ronald, I'm worried sick.
There's nothing to worry about. Tomorrow we'll drive into a small town, phone the garage, and we might have to stay a night or two, but I'm sure we can find a good hotel.
I was thinking of other things. Not just the physical danger.
What other things?
You're becoming so friendly with these natives. This Bonnie Mae person, for example.
Now, Bonnie Mae's a fine girl. I really enjoy talking to her.
Well, it's obvious how much you enjoy it. Nobody living in a place like this could be fine. I wish you'd ignore her, Ronald, especially one of your social standing.
Aunt Lucy, I'm sorry, but I will not hear any more.
Well.
Hi, Miss Maxwell.
Oh, just a moment, dear.
Yes, ma'am?
I'd like to talk to you a bit. It gets rather lonely around here, does it not?
I reckon if you're not used to it.
Oh, I miss the excitement and activity of living in the city. Has Ronald told you about it?
I reckon I do a lot of the talking, but he tells me all about his work in the hospital, you know? He's just so anxious to get out and start helping sick people instead of just studying. He ain't said much about home.
Oh, I'm surprised. We have a large, beautiful home with our own private swimming pool. The house has 10 bedrooms, and we have 2 servants and a gardener. You know, one of the servants reminds me of you. But of course, there'd be no need for Ronald to mention that. He never notices the servants. They're far too beneath him.
I remind you of one of your servants?
Oh, very much so. There's no need to be ashamed, dear. My servant is a lovely girl. She always scrubs the floors and never causes me any trouble. She knows her place.
I see.
Oh, you should see the girls Ronald dates. They're all from the country club, of course. Oh, they're just beautiful girls. And their clothes are unbelievable. Once Ronald dated a European princess.
A real princess?
Oh, quite. And she was a lovely girl, too. She gave one of her dresses to my servant girl. Now, wasn't that kind of her?
Yes.
Incidentally, I have a dress in the car for which I have no use. If you'd like it, I can get it for you. It's far better than anything you have here.
No. No, thank you, Mrs. Maxwell.
Well, I don't think I'll have to worry about her anymore.
After all that trouble we went through to get Ma to bake a pie to give to me, to give to him, and he don't even like pies.
You sure you want that dude, Seeley? Gotta be something wrong with a guy that don't like pies.
I don't care, Pa. I want him.
Well, if you want him, then we're gonna have to use the gun.
But Ma won't let us.
Who's the boss around here?
Ma.
Reckon you're right. What if Ma doesn't know?
But Ma knows everything.
Well, what if we was to start a feud and then we could wing him under cover of darkness and y'all be hit for him, I even knew which way was up.
And how do you aim to start this here feud?
Well, if Chiz or Obie was to kiss you, then I could come out and start shooting at him.
Oh, Pa, Chizarobi never offered up to kiss me.
Well, you just gotta make him.
Pa, if I'd known how to do that, I would have been hitched a long time ago.
Well, gals are supposed to know how to do them things. Here. Set. What we need is a little bit of soft music and some soft lights.
This is stupid,
You know,
This ain't soft lights, Pa. It's dark in here.
that's the point. You look better that way. Carnation.
Pa, if Chizarobi comes in here and they break their necks at coming, there won't be no feud to start. Pa, please, just a little light.
Okay. There you go. You don't look half bad in this light. Don't look half good neither. Now, for the soft music. Have the cousins come yet?
Oh, I don't know. Ask Ma.
Mom!
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 What?
Have the cousins come yet?
What?
Have the cousins come yet?
Oh, yeah! They're eating already!
Tell them to come in here and bring some of their soft music.
Oh. See! Go see what Pa wants!
You wanted something, Pa?
Howdy, Cousin Z. How about you sit in here and play some music for a spell?
But I didn't think you liked our music.
Now, where'd you get that idea from?
Well, I got the idea last time we visited here, and I caught you trying to throw our instruments in the lake. I was pretty well certain of it when you set fire to the cabin we were still a-playing.
That'd be your imagination, Cousin Z. I love your music.
Well, if you really say so. Cousins!
Hey, the
Or
cousins
some
are
good
here.
hog brains.
Cousin Effie's recipe, I bet.
Roll that track. Did you hear Seeley took a bath?
What with her? I think it's for a dude.
A dude? Seeley? No.
This place ain't changed in years.
It still looks beautiful.
Hey, cousins! Paul Belschnickel wants music. Let's give him some. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Pa, that'd be softly music.
You hush up, Seeley. I'ma go out and find Chiz or Obie. You stay sitting right there.
mulling again to sleep. You sounded like a mule.
I'd rather be a mule this minute.
I'd rather be a horse myself.
Well, by the looks of your face, you ain't got far to go.
Huh?
Oh, never mind. You like music, silly? That is what that noise is, ain't it?
Yep, that be soft, sweet music.
That's soft.
And romantic, too.
Don't do that.
What, did I scare ya? What ails ya?
Flies, gotta chase them.
Like that?
Oh, never mind. You know, silly, that bath brought something out of you.
Sure did. You should have seen the water.
That ain't what I meant. I mean, you're almost party.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna kiss you.
Yeah?
Come on, kiss.
Help!
Let a polecat kiss Silly! After him, fellers!
Get out!
Go! Mom, Elschnickel! Mom!
What is going on?
Some polecat kissed her cousin Sealy. We aim to get him.
You do?
Got some extra guns, Pa?
Out there in the shed.
After him.
But who are they aiming to fight?
The Upschlagers.
Upschlagers. Pa, you gotta stop them. Maybe Homer will get hurt.
Oh, we'll stop them after a while. After we have some fun.
You can stop the cousins once they start something. I could never stop them from eating.
Well.
You gotta stop it, Pa.
Yes, now, or it's too late. Even anybody gets killed.
A feud like that could last 30 years.
Oh, this is horrible.
I think it's fun.
Oh, Pa! What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Stop the music, Pa!
Well, I don't know how.
This is ridiculous. All this shooting over a kid.
You won't think it's so funny if you get shot.
Like Ronald, get shot.
Give me your knife, Pa.
Oh, you gotta tell them to stop shooting. Those rattlesnakes will kill us all who's in here.
I'll tell them.
We must get some clean bandage.
No, I cut it. I gotta suck the poison out or I'll die.
Oh, Junie Lou.
I got some antidotes in the bag in the car. It's just a thing for rattlesnake bites. I knew my aunt and I would be a wild country, it's just that.
Get it! She can't die.
Oh, you have to know me Homer was here.
After the shooting stops, I'll go out there and get it.
After the shooting stops, is it ever gonna stop?
They won't stop. That's their answer. They shot clear through my hat. If I go out there again, they might shoot through the door.
Well, Judy will die in a few hours if we don't get that bite.
We'll go get it. We'll take care of her till she gets back.
No,
Why not? You said she'd die without it.
because all the shooting. I'm not used to this sort of thing. I could get shot out there. I can't dodge those bullets.
And I was thinking you was somebody, but you ain't nobody. You ain't nothing but a yellow-bellied coward.
Do you see any?
Nope. I ain't seen one since they broke loose. But they'll pop out Joey when least expecting it.
Oh, if only Ronald would come back. I'm so scared he'll be killed with all that shooting out there.
Oh, it'd be too dark for much shooting now.
But he's been gone so long. For all I know, he may be lying dead somewhere. That Bonnie May person, she made him go.
Hey, all she done was call him a coward, and she was right.
He's not a coward.
Nope, not after she got through calling him names. He got so mad he ran right out here to get that medicine.
Oh, if only Ronald would come back. Shouldn't have taken him this long to reach the car. Oh, if he'll be killed, it'll be a judgment on me for not letting him do the things he wanted. Oh, it's all my fault. I never should have taken him on this vacation. He never wanted to come. I see it all now. He sees his work in charity, and I never should have interfered. If he's alive, oh, what a proud fool I've been.
Oh! It's just Obie.
What'd you hit hit me for, Sealy?
Thought your foot was one of them awful snakes.
I ain't never heard you talk about them rattlesnakes that way.
Well, one of them bit Junie Lou, and now maybe she's gonna die. I don't care if I never see one of them snakes ever again in my life.
You mean it? What's she acting up for?
Oh, the snakes are loose. She figures they won't get her up there.
Well, I think I see
Oh, we too awful. There ain't no snake there.
I know. I just want to get rid of her so we can talk.
What's there to talk about?
This here feud. We gotta end it.
Well, maybe it be ended. I ain't heard much shooting for quite a spell.
That's only 'cause it'd be dark. Once it's light again, it'll start.
I reckon you're right. And if any of my cousins find you here, Obie Upschlager, you won't find the place healthy. Oh, Judy Lou, how are you feeling?
All right.
Does it hurt much? The bite, I mean.
Nope.
Oh, what ails you, Judy Lou? You gotta perk up. If you die, I'll be up all night.
Silly. There ain't nothing wrong with me.
But the snake
The
bite.
snake didn't bite me. I put the load in the box before anybody seen none of them got out.
You mean the snakes are still in the box?
That's right. Everybody was so worried about me that they didn't bother to look, and I just told them all about it too.
But
Oh, don't look at me that way, Sealy. I only said I was bit so they'd stop this silly feud and wouldn't hurt Homer, but it didn't stop the feud, and that dude's probably dead and it'd be all my fault.
But you cut the snake bite with Pop's knife. I seen ya.
Oh, Sealy, you was always the dumbest one in the family. I got the knife and cut my arm quick so if didn't anybody see, they wouldn't know that there wasn't no bite.
Yep, here they are. Every snake.
Let's get moving again, boys. We ain't everything inside.
Oh, the cousins, they're coming this way.
I'm getting it. You got more cousins than I ever seen before.
Oh, they'll kill Obie after they find him. And this feud will never end.
Here, put this on.
I'd rather be dead.
Oh, no, Obie, just put it on.
Oh, you will be.
Arthur, come on, now, tie it up. What are we gonna do about his hair?
Oh, here.
Touch my hair.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Don't even
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
No.
Now, don't you look pretty?
You're
Oh,
blind.
Bonnie Mae, where's your lipstick?
Oh, it'll be here. Here you go.
Ah, here you go.
Yeah,
Oh, don't you look beautiful? Oh, yeah.
oh, sit down. Hush, hush, hush.
Who you hiding?
Hiding. Nobody, Cousin Zeke.
Well,
This be, Rosie Bell, Cousin Zeke.
well, she mighty pretty. Why we never met before, Rosie Bell? You're as pretty as the flowers growing on the dump in the holler.
Oh, you would. Oh, you embarrass me so. I've been since I was a girl.
Sure, when I say it to you, I mean it. Got a feller?
Sure she does, Cousin Zeke. She couldn't be bothered by you.
I'll go get my shotgun.
Oh, no.
Oh, Julie Lou's only fooling. I don't have a feller.
Well then, you want to stroll down Lover's Lane in the moonlight?
Oh, Rosie Bell's very bashful, Cousin Zeke.
come on, Zeke, we got some shooting to do.
Y'all go on ahead. I'll catch up.
Oh, well, but ain't you up there? They'll get lost without you, Cousin Zeke. No.
No. How about it, Rosie Bell? Lover's Lane's very pretty this time of year.
Oh, you embarrass me so.
I'd like to show you my hogs, too. Got 16 of them. Figured when they was old enough to butcher, I'd have enough to get hitched on. Rosie Bell, are you paying me no mind?
Oh, sure, you said.
I was telling you about my hogs.
Oh, yes, hogs, sweet critters.
Sweet? Rosie Bell, is there anything the matter with you?
Cousin Zeke, I reckon I never thanked you for starting this here feud for me.
Well, I'd rather have Rosie Bell do the thinking if you want to ask her to.
Oh, but I want to thank you. Mwah! There.
Reminds me of the time Ma threw a wet pickle at my face because I wouldn't bring in no kindling.
Thanks again. Mwah!
I recollect now. Ma threw 2 wet pickles, one right after another. Get off me, Seely. You want me to lose my supper?
Cousin Zeke, don't you think you better get out there with the others? They be mighty far ahead of you.
Well, if and you say so. Rosabelle, will you wait right here for me?
Oh, sure, just a real.
You better mean what you say, too. Nobody breaks a promise to me.
Oh, great. Now he's gonna ask me double. Once 'cause I'm Nutslager, 2 'cause I'm Rosie Bell.
I know, I'm sorry, Obi, but it seemed the only thing to do.
I know. Well, I better get out of this old rig.
Junie Lou, what's this Ma told me you didn't really get bit by no snake?
That's right, Pa.
Well, I just seen that a feller and the Reverend are coming up the road. I told him to bring back the Reverend, 'cause we're gonna have a wedding.
Who's getting hit?
Celia!
But Paul, who's gonna marry Seely?
Oh, you hush up, old woman. It's taken care of. Who is this?
That'd be Rosie Bell, Pa. She's new around here.
Never thought I'd see the day I'd find a gal uglier than Celie. Howdy, Rosie Bell. You know what? You help Ma and Barney May get Celie dressed for the wedding. You know what? Why don't you stand up there beside her at the wedding? Won't make the bridegroom think you got cheated.
Oh, it'd be fun! Come on, let's get me dressed.
You are gonna need to take a bath first.
I took a bath first.
Every bride has to take a bath before they get stitched. You've got to do it.
I'll do anything you say. Just don't make me take another bath. No, Mom, no. The bath in one day will kill me. No.
Well, that's that.
C5, getting hitched ain't no fun. You gotta take a bath.
The feud's over. You can relax now.
Howdy, Reverend.
Howdy, Paul Belsnickel. You can thank your young friend here for stopping the feud. He walked right in front of the guns, and such a sermon he gave them. I couldn't have done it half as well.
Well, they wouldn't have listened to me if you hadn't been with me, Reverend.
Well, that's good. There won't be no shooting spoiling the wedding.
A wedding?
Yeah, Celie's getting married.
Well, wonderful. Who's going to be the lucky bridegroom?
Oh, we'll see.
Oh, it's a surprise.
And how?
Well, I sure would love to be there.
Oh, you'll be there all right. We'll give you the place of honor.
Well, fine. Now, Junie Lou, I've got that medicine in my pocket. It's just a thing for rattlesnake bites.
Junie Lou, you mind taking him and the Reverend out in the kitchen? While you're out there, pour some more water in that souse belly soup.
Well, I don't think she needs to explain that she really wasn't bit by that snake.
Wait, you knew?
Well, I am almost a doctor, and you didn't act like someone who had been bitten.
Oh, what must you think of me?
Well, I knew why you did it.
No wonder you weren't in no hurry to get that medicine.
Well, don't worry about it. We'll tell the Reverend about it while we're going to get that water in that sauce belly soup.
Well, I've got stuff to do. Can't be sitting around here all day. Gals, why don't you push that table on back and go out to the field and get me some flowers, set it up for the wedding all nice and neat. I gotta get.
Sure. I wonder who Celie's gonna marry up with.
I got an idea.
Yep. If only it weren't so dark. I see the moon's coming out from behind another cloud. Come on, Four. You gotta help. Pop said so. Hey, Five, you got any idea who Celie's gonna marry up with?
Nope. I can't figure out who want to marry Celie.
There he goes.
Who goes? What are you talking about, Four?
Pa, he's pinning Miss Maxwell in the hog pen.
Sir, I mean, she was a hollering all that about them snakes, but we all was.
Don't you get it? Don't you see? He's fixing to make the dude marry up with Celie. And he doesn't want to do no squawking.
Great day in the morning!
Mine's gonna be mighty peeved.
Maybe we better go tell her.
No. You know how Pa gets when he's mad. If we say anything, we'll get it. It ain't our business. I reckon you're right.
Where's Seely?
Ma took her around back to find that old curtain Cousin Effie Coldcastle wore at her wedding. It makes a wonderful veil.
We know something we won't tell.
6, what do you know?
Try nothing. She's just talking.
You know who Seely's gonna marry up with, I bet that's it.
Now, how do we know that? Seely's gonna marry the dude.
6, you'll get it for telling. Just you wait.
It can't be so. He wouldn't marry up with her.
Well, you might as well know it all now. But don't tell Pa we told ya.
You gotta promise. I promise. Now tell me.
He's gonna make the dude marry up with Seely. And he's gonna use his gun.
Pa wouldn't do that for real.
Sure he would.
But people just don't do things like that no more. Besides, Ma'd never let him.
Ma ain't got no say when he gets mad. He's mad now because of Junie Lou telling him a snake bit her.
This is awful. I gotta stop it.
He just pinned Miss Maxwell in the hog pen. There ain't no stopping him now.
I gotta stop this wedding. I'm gonna stop it.
How you aim to do that?
I don't rightly know. I gotta think. You can be going out to Ma now. She'll be wanting y'all to act as bridesmaids.
Aw, but there ain't no use to wash our faces if and you think you're gonna stop the wedding.
She ain't stopping no wedding when Pa has his mind to it. Come on, let's get ready for the ceremony.
Hey, what's going on?
Howdy, Chiz.
What else your sisters, Bonnie Mae? They look like they never seen me a day in their lives.
Reckon they got their minds on a wedding, Chiz.
Wedding? Who's getting hitched?
It be Seely, but I can't figure out no way to stop it.
There ain't no one in these hills that want to marry Seely.
It be Mr. Maxwell, Chiz. Say, ain't you forgot about the feud?
Feud's over.
Sure it be, but if my cousins see you, it might start all over again.
What else, you Bonnie Mae? You're lower than the time Pa's drawers fell off in the wash line.
It be the wedding, Chiz. I can't figure out no way to stop it. Pa ain't likely to listen to me if and I just talk.
Why you so set on stopping the wedding? Ain't likely Seely's ever gonna get married again.
That's just it. Mr. Maxwell doesn't want to marry Seely. Paul's gonna use his gun. He's got his aunt locked up in the hog pen now.
I smell trouble. I'm getting.
Don't go, Chiz. Maybe you can help me.
Ain't I had enough trouble for one day?
Sure, but a little more wouldn't hurt you none.
Them ain't feathers your pa got packed in his shotgun.
Well, maybe you could say you'd marry Seely, at least till Ronald and his aunt get out of town.
Then who'd get me out of town? Your pa aims to have a wedding, and it ain't gonna be me.
Chiz, please help me. I'll call Pa and start talking to him. Then, when he ain't looking, you sneak up behind him and hit him over the head.
Me hit Pa Belsnickel over the head?
Please.
Well, what do you give me if and I do it?
You can have one of our old Sears and Roebuck catalogs.
That'd be swell. Where is it?
You can pick it up outside when you go home.
All right, call your pa.
Pa! Pa!
Be they ready for the wedding yet?
I don't reckon. I ain't seen him.
Then why all the yelling?
Pa, be it Mr. Maxwell you're trying to marry off to Seely?
That ain't none of your business, gal.
You can't do it, Paul. He's way too good for the likes of Seely.
But Seely wants him.
But if she gets married to him, she'll leave you and Ma. You might never see her again.
Yeah.
Who will tend the hogs if and Seely goes?
If and Seely goes, we'll have one less hog around these parts.
I won't let you do it, Pa. I'll figure out a way to stop you.
Oh, now you hold your tongue, gal. Now, how does this room look?
Howdy, Pa Belsnickel.
What you doing with that stick, boy?
I was dancing. Me and Bonnie Mae was gonna dance at the wedding. Here comes the bride, all fat and white.
Oh, no, you don't, gal. I'm throwing you in the hog pen with Mrs. Maxwell.
No, Paul, no! I won't let you do it!
The bride is ready now, Reverend. She looks mighty pretty. Did Paul give you the papers with the proper names on them? I wouldn't want them to get married without the proper names, you know.
Yes, that's all taken care of.
Fine. Cousins! Zeke!
We ain't finished eating yet.
You can finish eating later. It be time for the ceremony to begin.
Well, we even have music, I see.
If and you can call it that. I know this old lady once. She liked to hear Zeke and the cousins play. Of course, she was almost deaf. Anyway, Reverend, you stand there. Perfect.
Well, I'm just in time for the ceremony, I see.
Yep, they'll be coming any minute now.
Have y'all seen my Aunt Lucy? I was hoping she could see this.
No, I haven't seen her, but I ain't got the time to look for her now. Okay, cousins, let her rip.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join this man and this woman in the bonds of holy matrimony. If anyone knows just cause why they may not be joined, speak now or forever hold his peace.
Out there in the pit, is that my Aunt Lucy?
Oh, you hush up, old young feller. Out there's only hogs. They just look like your aunt.
Shall we continue?
Go ahead.
Ronald Maxwell, do you take Celie Belsnickel to be your lawfully wedded wife and promise to forever...
Me?
Yes, you.
But I don't want to marry up with her. You people are crazy. You can't just make me do what I don't want.
Oh, yes, I can.
I refuse to be a party of a wedding of this sort.
Get on with the wedding.
If you put it that way.
But Celie doesn't want me. I'm a dude. I'm skinny. I've got flat feet. You don't want me, do you, Celie?
Sure I do. I'm backing out after taking 2 baths.
Well, Maxwell, do you take her?
You what?
Do.
And do you, Celie Belsnickel, take Ronald Maxwell to be your...
I sure do.
Stop the wedding! Stop the wedding!
Oh, are we too late? I tell you, it wasn't late enough. We ain't quite hitched yet.
Oh, thank goodness we're in time.
Silly, I got something to say to you.
You can say it after the wedding. How'd they get out of the hog pen in the house?
I saw you put him in there, now I let him out. Now, see, can't marry this here dude? He's not the one for you. Plus, you wouldn't like them big cities anyway. They don't even have hog pens.
They ain't?
Of course not. I was afraid to say anything before, because you always had them rattlesnakes. I am afraid of them.
My rattlesnakes, where are they?
I don't know. But now I want to marry up with you. Promise not to have snakes around.
Oh, Obie, sure I'll marry up with you.
Celie, Obie's over there.
We can get hitched now, Obie.
Will somebody get married? I got a funeral waiting.
I hope you ain't too disappointed. I reckon I'll marry up with Obie instead of you. You was right. You're kind of skinny.
Me? Disappointed?
I give up.
I've got a better idea. Bonnie Mae and I were getting acquainted. Nothing like being trapped together in a pig pen to get acquainted.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm crying. It's just that you'll be leaving, going back to the city. And...
You know, I learned a lot while staying here. I guess the things I thought were so important really weren't. People are people wherever they are.
Now you're talking my language, Aunt Lucy. And I don't want to leave Bonnie Mae here.
That's just what I was going to say. Your parents left a will with a provision for poor, deserving students. The matter of choice was left to me, and I'm sure they'd approve of Bonnie Mae.
Aunt Lucy, you're a peach.
Oh, it's been a long time since anyone has called me that.
You mean you want to take Bonnie Mae with you?
Yes, if we may. Oh, we could prepare her for nursing school.
Nursing school?
With all that she's read, I'm sure a few months of intensive study should be sufficient.
Oh, sufficient?
Yes, and after she's done with nursing school, Ronald should have his degree, and if they like each other the way they seem to now, who knows what will happen?
Oh, Pa, we done it.
About time.
We could come back to your delightful hills, a doctor and a nurse. We could teach them. They listen to us.
Oh, it sounds wonderful. Pa, Ma, can I?
Oh, take her. I'm tired of dealing with her.
I always figured you read too much to marry with any of these fellas anyhow.
Will somebody get married or I'm leaving?
Oh, don't go. We're ready.
Yep.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to marry this man and this woman in the bonds of holy matrimony.
We are family, just so you guys know. There's about 10 minutes we're going to let you guys have pictures, get pictures with them, tell them how awesome they were. And then they know that we're going to come back and we're going to clean up. And then they're dismissed after we are finished cleaning up, and so we're ready for tomorrow. Thank you guys so much, and have a good rest of your night.